Oh. What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. What is going on, guys? Back for another one. It's going to be kind of interesting. I know you guys saw the title of tonight's live stream and that thumbnail. Just let me check a few things, make sure we're in here and good to go. Just bear with me. You know how I'm doing. Always a little bit of struggle streaming going on as we get things started off. And want to give a special shout out to the Facebook crew. We have some guys checking in on Facebook. I always appreciate you coming out and supporting the channel. Let me just check on you guys, make sure everything is lined up and set up as usual. And as you come into the live stream, please hit a 1 in the chat, guys. Just want to make sure everything looks good, sounds good. You know the routine. Everybody that is returning back once again to, get active in the comments. And also anybody that is a first-time viewer, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you guys stopping in to check it out. I see you guys getting active in the comments. Always a good thing. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so I see we are up and running over on Facebook also, guys. Really, really appreciate that. So yeah, we have a good one set up for tonight, guys. I mean, I don't know what part of the country you're in right now, but I'm pretty sure you guys are kind of checking out that weather forecast and seeing some of the same things that we are seeing out here, which is rain, and a little bit more rain, and a little bit of thunder and lightning mixed in that. So who is going to be out there this coming weekend, out in those storms, in that rain, out there trying to make some things happen? Drop the lake in the chat as you come in if you guys are going to be fishing out here this weekend. So we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to have some fun with it. We're going to go over some of those dangerous conditions that can exist out there on the lake, when these storms start coming through, especially this time of year, guys. Then, we'll get into some on the water footage. I have a little footage from me out there when I was out there on the lake in kind of some rainy conditions. So we'll talk about that. Also get into some baits, some different lures that are kind of high percentage is what I would call them. And just some different techniques, some things to look into whenever you're out there on the water, during the rain, dealing with that muddy water, all of that good stuff. So this should be a good one, guys. And as always, this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, my subscribers, everybody that's checking into the live stream. So as always, please get active in the chat because the live stream builds off of the participation of you guys in the chat. So just giving you guys just a few minutes to kind of funnel in here so we can get into it. I see some guys checking in. I see you checking in. All right. And hold on one second, guys. Just want to make sure I have these other things lined up here. Then, of course, we'll get into a few shout outs. But you guys have to forgive me. I'm Vernon Neal. I see you in the comments, in the chat. That clip that I played last, my shout out clip. I left you out of it, and I still don't have the thing put together yet. But hey, don't hold it against me, man. I will get to it. I'll put it out there so you guys can have your time to shine, your special shout outs. But as always, this is a brag board for you guys. If anybody was out fishing this past weekend, have any wins, losses, anything you want to share with the group, because we're building a community of guys here, like-minded, want to see each other succeed out on the lake. So if you guys have been out on the lake with any success or anything like that, as always, make sure you drop that into the comments also. All right, so I see a few guys still funneling into the live stream. Also getting a few messages. All right, guys. Let's see who we have checking in for tonight. Also, before we get into it, special shout out to the money team. I did forget to pin the link to the top of the chat for anybody that's interested in becoming a member of the money team. The link, I will pin that in the top of the chat in just a minute, but it is always listed in the description. So just click on that. It'll give you some information. And basically, it's just a few perks that come along with the channel. Basically, for the live streams, it'll give you a badge, give you basically make you stand out in the crowd whenever we start getting things rolling. And sometimes these comments and everything start coming in kind of fast, but that money team, you have that badge right next to your name. So I'm able to see you guys. You'll stand out a little bit more and I can get to your comments a little bit faster. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and start doing some shout outs, guys, while we're waiting for a few more guys to tune into the live stream. All right, so let's see. Who do we have checking in first tonight? None other than Vernon Neal. What is going on, man? Really, really appreciate you. And man, you made it. You were the first one in tonight. So shout out to that. Really appreciate you continuing to get active in the comments and always supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate that. All right. And then we have, actually, hold on just a second. Let me just check something and see. We have, look who we have, guys. Shout out to the money team. We have Greg checking in. And if you take a look down at the bottom, that banner that is scrolling across the bottom, Greg was the sponsor of last week's live stream. So he hit the channel up with the biggest super chat of the live stream, which made him the stream sponsor. So each week, guys, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker during the live stream becomes the sponsor of that live stream. And also, guys, those funds are invested back into the channel, into the tournament. So it's always something that will be given back to the channel to help just kind of support everybody that is here supporting the channel. So really, really appreciate that, Greg. Special shout out to you. He says, good evening and good fishing from Central PA. Yes, sir. All right. Shout out to that. Then we have, once again, another member of the money team checking in, Mark Scott checking in. Really, really appreciate it. Very, very strong supporter of the channel. All right, then we have Vernon Neal checking in, hit me with the 1, making sure everything looks good, sounds good. And then we also have DP, Darren Pearson. Yes, sir. What is going on? I know you're gonna be out there on the lake this weekend out there. I mean, I hope you have your rain suit ready. I hope you've taken a look at that forecast. It's gonna be a little sprinkling going on out there this weekend. Oh my goodness, guys. And we have, whoa, coming in with a $50 super sticker right off the bat, getting things started early. Mark Scott, man, I really, really appreciate it. Always a strong supporter and contributor to the channel. Goodness, man, you have me at a loss for words right now. But I mean, I really, really appreciate it. You are always getting active in the comments. Always hit me up on Instagram, sending me pictures of your successes that you're having out there on the lake. And man, I have to put together that shout out for you guys. So I played it last week. I did not have everybody in there that I should have, but I will get that corrected and uploaded for you guys. So really, really appreciate it, Mark Scott. And as always, he is the sponsor of the live stream. And I say as always, I say whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker. So what I have to do is do a little bit of work and head in here to this banner. So if you take a look down at the bottom, you see right now it says special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Greg. And Greg is a member of the money team also, guys. So last week he was a sponsor, but Mark says, hey, hold on. Let me step in here and get things going because I want to be the sponsor of tonight's live stream. And just bear with me, guys. Let me get in here and just update this banner real quick. All right, let's see where are we at. So here we go. Let me just get the name right in here. All right, there we go. All right, so now if you guys take a look at the bottom of the screen, you will see special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Mark. Actually, let me put some respect on his name. Let me make sure I get that right. Mark Scott. Let me put the Scott on there. All right, hold on just a second. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so there we go, guys. Special shout out to the sponsor of the stream, Mark Scott. Very, very strong supporter of the channel. Always getting active in the comments. Really, really appreciate it, Mark. So yeah, we're gonna kind of get right into this one tonight. So you saw the title of the live stream, Lightning Strikes. How many of you guys have been out on the lake when it's been lightning, when there's been thunderstorms and all that stuff, and you kind of still stay out there? All right, so yeah, so drop guys, like I said, get active in the comments. So if anybody has been fishing in any thunderstorms, lightning storms, all of that kind of stuff, just drop a comment and put what lake you were on also, because I have a few stories to that we're gonna go over, just to add a little bit of entertainment value to it. And then, like I said, we'll get to the good stuff about the fishing and those lures and things like that too. So let me hop back in here into the comments real quick. All right, so we have Mark Scott. He says, me and my son was fishing Sunday. It was snowing on us. What? Snowing? We caught 11 bass, so it was worth the frostbite. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Snowing. I mean, I guess it is a little bit of everything going on out here, guys. Like I said, we have people spread out all over the place. Some of us are out here dealing with hot weather. Some of us are dealing with some rainy weather. And apparently some of us are dealing with some snowy weather. So hey, shout out to that. All right. And then we have, now let me pronounce this right. And just put a yes in the chat if I pronounce your name right. Is it Umberto? Umberto. Is that how you pronounce that? Just want to see if I can get that right. But special shout out to you. He says, hi, MoneyBass. Good evening. Really, really appreciate you coming over and checking out the live stream. So, hey, we're going to get into it and have some fun with it tonight, guys. All right, then we have Vernon Neal says, it's all good. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, then who do we have? Pat. Oh, my goodness. We have Pat checking in. What is going on? He says, MoneyBass. Oh, yeah. Hey, oh, yeah, man. We're here going to have some fun tonight. Pat, I mean, what's going on with you, man? Have you been out to the lake? I mean, you've been in hiding, man. We think you've been hiding out in Pakistan, Afghanistan, or someplace. We haven't been able to find you. All right, but shout out to you. Really glad you are stepping into the live stream. All right, then Vernon Neal says, so that's why I didn't get no play last week. I'm not a member of the money team. Oh, come on, man. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. I mean, hey, you're always here strong in the chat, strong, always supporting the channel. So really, really appreciate that. All right, then we have Texas Noop says, what's good, money? What's going on with you? Really, really appreciate you checking into the live stream. And we also have Corey Bliss checking in. Been there, old son. Okay, all right. So he's been out there in some troubled weather and some troubled weather fishing. All right, let's see who else we have checking in, guys. All right, yeah, I see you guys are getting active in here in the comments. And we have Cajun Rob Fishing checking in. Really, really appreciate it. Always in the chat and always supporting the channel. And then we have Bob Freeman. He says, first time on live, followed you from Big Jim. Oh, yeah, guys. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Big Jim. Shout out to Big Jim. So, yeah, I mean, we're in here to have a little bit of fun. Maybe Big Jim will step in. Maybe we'll see him in the chat. But, yeah. We did a live stream yesterday. It was me, Chris, and Big Jim over on Big Jim's channel, just giving some shout outs and showing some love to some other YouTube channels. Did kind of like a quick review of YouTube channels that we actually watch and that we find value in. So it was a good deal. We had some fun over there doing that. That was yesterday. So Big Jim's live streams are on Monday, guys. Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, so then Greg says it was cold here this past weekend. All right, so I guess you must be up there around Mark Scott up there fishing in the snow. He says the water was 59 to 60. Okay, that's not too bad. The fish were biting and the cold weather kept the pleasure boaters at home. It was nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that cold weather will do that. That is something that we like about being able to fish year round. Whenever it cools off or whatever, they'll head inside and we can still stay out there and have some fun. All right, Vernon Neal says, just having fun, bro. Oh yeah, that's what it's all about, man, having a good time. All right, then Pat says, can't get the boat run. Nobody wants to work on Evinrude motors. Uh-oh, man. Hey, why didn't you hit me up? I need to find out what's been going on. When was the last time that you went out on the boat, Pat? I know you haven't been having that thing sitting there all these years. What's going on with that? But yeah, when was the last time you were out on the lake with it? But make sure you hit me up because I have some info that can help you out and get you out there on the water. All right, guys. So let's see. All right, so we got through the chats, through the comments and everything. So what we will do is, like I said, we'll go ahead and get straight into it tonight. And first, I want to just get straight into talking about fishing in the stormy weather, in the rain and thunderstorms, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at the chat. How many of you guys have actually, I guess, fun fished or fished in a tournament where there were thunderstorms, it's raining, and you may have seen a little lightning out there? So get active in the chat. I want to see what kind of participation we have. Who are the fishermen that are out there fishing in these crazy conditions? And who are the ones that are running home? I mean, some of y'all will wake up and see that rain falling and just go ahead and go back to sleep. All right. And special shout out to Cool C checking in. He is fishing the BFLs, guys, the Bulldog division. That's currently what I'm fishing this year. So he is fishing on the co-angler side. And also, you see that badge next to his name. He is a member of the money team. So special shout out to you. And hey, hope you're getting ready for Sinclair, man. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the fourth stop. So got to get ready for that. But yeah, guys, I'm looking. I don't see anybody. So are all of you guys running from the rain? I know somebody out here is fishing in the rain. So I don't see anybody saying that they're out here fishing in the rain and what lakes they're fishing on. But I know you guys are out there. I mean, we're not spending these $300, $400, $500 on these rain suits for everybody to just stay at home. So I see if who was it? Mark Scott. He was out there fishing in the snow. And who else was that out there saying they were fit? Greg. I mean, Mark Scott. I mean, hey, check that out, guys. It's the money team. The money team is out there making it happen. Looks like they aren't scared of the weather. All right. Then we have Arch. What is that? Arch G. Second turning with my wife, and I fished through a thunderstorm. Oh no, man. You can't. You can't be doing that. So you're saying you took your wife out during a thunderstorm in a tournament. So has she been back since? How did that work out? Now I can't believe that one right there. Well, I guess I can't believe it. I can't believe it because we'll do some things, guys. All right, then Texas Noop says, "Oh yeah, I didn't mean to, but I thought I was going to end up like Gilligan's Island." Oh, hey, I have some stories on that. Make sure you guys go on YouTube and search MoneyBass sinking, because I have a video out there where Gunnersville was definitely nothing nice for me. I mean, I was on my way definitely sinking to the bottom of that lake. Luckily got my boat on the trailer just in time. It actually sank onto the trailer. All right, let's see who else we have. Texas Noop says Lake Cooper. All right, there we go. Okay, I see you guys getting active in the comments now. All right, then we have Bob Freeman says had to beach my Ranger several years back in the middle of a tornado. Whoa, came within 300 yards. Man, hey, I know that made you rethink some things whenever something like that happens, because we always think, hey, it's going to happen to somebody else. We may see it on TV or something like that, but we're not going to see it in person. But it looks like Bob Freeman almost saw a little more than what he was wanting to see. All right, and let's see. Arch G says you follow Oklahoma. All right, shout out to that. And actually, Lake Eufaula in Alabama, I kind of had an incident on that lake too, where I was kind of on my way down, had some people that had to come and tie on and kind of pull me off to the side because that motor was the water was coming over the motor and everything, and kind of shut it down, and I wasn't able to get started. And that trolling motor was not any help in those strong winds and waves. All right. He says she's a trooper. We're still fishing. Okay. All right. So he was able to get her back out there after having her fish in a thunderstorm. All right. So that is definitely a good deal with that. All right. Then Mark Scott, he says, I have let me see, rainy, nasty, and windy. Fishing in a tournament. All right. Came in third place. Look at that. So all of this stuff is going on. But see what's on his mind. He's like, hey, but I got third place. He said came in third place with 100 boats and got big bass that day with a 6.5 pound bass. It was worth staying. Hey, there you go. So it sounds like you cashed a check. So I guess that, that kind of made it worth staying. But hey, we're going to get into some stuff and see if you guys still think it's worth staying. All right. Then we have Texas Noop says, is that the lake you were talking about? A manual bilge pump. Yes, that is it. So basically on Lake Gunnersville, it had filled up my bilge. The water was actually over the batteries. And so once it got over the batteries, my bilge cut off and stopped working. So at that point, I'm sinking, guys, but my motor was still running. If my motor had cut off, it would have been over for your partner. It would have been over at that point. But the motor stayed running. I was able to get the boat back on plane by riding those waves. And when I got to the top of one of those waves, I gunned it. The boat went straight up like that and fell down on plane going on the back end of a wave, and I was able to get on plane and make it back. So it's some people in the chat that were actually there and witnessed all of that water and everything that was draining out of my boat and helped me get back on the trailer. But yeah, so just check that video out. Just search MoneyBass sinking, MoneyBass Gunnersville sinking, something like that, and you guys will see it will come up. All right, let's see who else we have in here. We have Pat. He says, we had the rod benders turning on Lanier when it started snowing. The fish were biting. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess they were biting for you. At that point, yeah, I didn't do too well on that tournament. But actually, I have footage of that when we were out there fishing in the snow that day. So good deal with that. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. I see we have some more people kind of, funneling in here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and let's get into this on the water footage. And I just want to see who can relate to this. All right, hold on one second, guys. Just bear with me, doing a little work. And before we get into that, I want to make sure I give another big shout out to the current sponsor of the live stream, Mark Scott, and a member of the Money Team. Really, really appreciate the strong support and always getting active in the comments. Strong supporter of the channel. Really, really appreciate that. All right, guys. So I am going to share my screen. Just bear with me. Here we go. All right. So let me get this up here. All right, there we go. We'll start it off like this. 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. All right, and this comes from Andrew Buss. That is the YouTube channel that this footage comes from. So this is just to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're kind of what we'll be talking about. So we're going to get into some on the water footage, just showing some of these dangerous situations that we will put ourselves in, all for that check. What did Mark Scott say? He said he came in 3rd place. He stayed out there. So he was like, hey, it was worth it in the end because he got that check and a 6.5 pounder. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, guys. Let's take a look at it. All right. Check it out, guys. Did you see that first lightning strike? Now, this is it again in slow motion. Check this out. Looks like a bomb going off. And what does he do? Stays out there and keeps fishing, guys. And what happens? Another lightning strike, but he's catching fish. It's just something about those rainy days, guys, where the fish will still get active, but will you make it back to the ramp is the case. So if you take a look, it's not really even raining. Let me just pause this for a second. So it's not really even raining right now. So you can kind of see the rain in the background. And this is one of those days where it looks like the rain is kind of coming and going and the storm is kind of at a distance. But do you think that it is safe right now? I mean, I know that he's looking and we'll hear that lightning strike and we'll count and see how far off the storm actually is. But if you take a look at how far that lightning is traveling whenever you see these strikes in slow motion. All right, so let me just show you this next one. Hold on just a second, guys. Just bear with me. Just want to make sure. All right, here we go. All right, so he's just continuing to fish. See that? There's another one, guys. And look at the distance that lightning strike goes across the screen. All the way across the screen, and he still keeps fishing. So let me ask you guys this. This is the question. I want you guys to get active in the comments. Like I said, the live stream builds off of the participation of you guys in the comments. Who would continue to stay out here and fish when you're seeing that lightning coming in? And you can see that storm out there, guys. He has his rain suit on. So obviously it's been raining a little bit, but that storm is out there. Could be approaching, could be moving away. But who would stay and who would leave? So if you would put stay in the comments. And who would leave? Put leave in the comments. Let's see what we're looking like, guys. Let's see what kind of fishermen we have in the chat. All right, so I'm going to wait on that for just a second. And while I'm doing that, let me just check back into the stream real quick. And just see, guys, I'm looking for some comments. I'm looking... okay. I see some answers in here that I kind of figure that's the kind of answers I would be getting. So far the names and the responses are matching up. All right, let's see who else we have in here. All right, so Vernon Neal, he says, if rain is in the forecast and is calling for storms, I'm not going. Oh, he said he's not going. He says, if it thunders in the distance, I'm gone. Vernon Neal said, I am out. He says, putting the boat on the trailer ASAP. All right, so there we go. I think that means leave. I think Vernon Neal said, hey, I'm out. I'm getting out of there. All right, and then let's see. Then we have, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Umberto? Is that how you pronounce that? All right, he says, oh, wow. It is beautiful, buddy. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful until you look like a crispy piece of chicken laying on that boat. So, yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I will give you that. All right, then let's see. Greg says, when I was younger and dumber, the weather didn't scare me as much as it does now. I stay at home if thunderstorms are in the forecast or head to the launch till the storm passes. All right, so Greg is saying I'm out too. Where's Vernon at? Vernon and Greg like, hey, let's go ahead and hitch a ride out of here. We're gone. All right, and then Darren Pearson says this man put his life on the line. I wouldn't. Let me see. So he would have went and sought some shelter. So Darren is saying he is out too. But guess what, guys? Guess who is coming in strong? Mark Scott, member of the money team and sponsor of the live stream, says, hey, hey, I'm staying. He said he's going to stay out there and cash that check. So Mark Scott says he will stay. All right, Vernon Neal, obviously, he said he would leave. We have Bob Freeman checking in. He says, when lightning goes to the ground, my rods get laid down. All right, so I guess he's kind of rhyming with that one. When the lightning goes to the ground, my rods get laid down. All right, that's a good deal. All right, then we have Greg. He says, I would have headed for cover till the storm passes, or at least get off the open water area so there's something much taller than me nearby. So let me see. So yeah, Greg said he'd be gone, but if he got caught off guard and the storm came in, then he would just kind of seek some shelter so he wouldn't be the highest thing off of the ground. So the first point of contact for the lightning if it came in there. All right, then we have Pat. Look at Pat. I knew Pat was going to say this. Pat said, leave. I don't play with Mother Nature. Yeah, Pat is gone. All right, then we have Arch G says, if I'm catching selfishly, I'm staying. Oh, yeah, I'm going to stay. So, all right, so we have Mark Scott and Arch G out there. They're fishing together. So that's the angler and co-angler right there. We got a team out there that'll stay on the lake to get that check. All right. And then Umberto says not. Okay, so he says he wouldn't stay. So he's gone too. So it looks like we only have 2 brave souls. Are they brave souls? All right, so we're going to get into it, guys. Let me just see who else we have in here. Okay, so we have a few more people checking in. All right, so we have Steve Ray. He says, I'd leave. I am out. He says, I am gone. We all put different values on our life. Man, you got that right. I'm not that selfish to leave a wife and kids without a father. Man, listen, as we get a little older and wiser and we notice some things, it's like different people have different perspectives on things. And depending on what kind of life experiences you've had, that is exactly the sentiment of a lot of people. And that's kind of mine too. Although I kind of hear Mark Scott cashing that check is kind of nice. And I guess to kind of go put a little something into what Mark Scott is saying, whenever you watch the Gunnersville video, like I said, guys, just search MoneyBass Gunnersville sinking. I got 3rd place, even though I almost sank on the lake. I still got 3rd place. All right, then we have Texas Noop says he's laughing at the crispy chicken. Oh yeah, man, you don't want to be out there laid out on the boat looking like a crispy chicken. And hey, I have some footage that's yeah. Just give me a few seconds, guys, and we will get to that footage. But all right, so Cajun Rob says I will pick up my 2 5-pounders and get gone. All right, so he's not staying either. All right, Texas Noop says find cover. Special shout out to Umberto. And I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. He has hit the channel with a $1.99 super chat. No question, no comment, just for the pure love of the channel, just pure support. Really, really appreciate that. And I mean, you've hopped in here and started getting active in the comments. So really, really appreciate it. And welcome to the channel. All right. Really, really appreciate that. All right. And then we have Vernon Neal says, love me some me. Live to fish another day. Oh, there you go. Definitely right with that one. We have Derek Foster checking in. He says he hit me up a little early. He was like, hey, man, this topic might help me out this weekend because I think I'm going to be out there in my rain suit. That's right. I think you're going to be out there in your rain suit too if you're heading out this weekend. But yeah, so we're going to get into it and hopefully have some information in here that will help you guys out. But let's just take a look at just a little bit more of this video, guys, just to see. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, guys. I don't even know if I should have clapped for that. We have Cajun, the Hawk, Sam stepping in to the live stream. I don't know, for all you guys that are new, this is Chicken Hawk. He is stepping into the live stream, coming in here trying to disturb the peace. Let's see what he has to say. He said, that wasn't Cajun Rob, sir. That was Let me see. That was the man that owned you. Hold on a second. Oh my God, I missed it. I missed it. He snuck into the chat. I thought that was Cajun Rob. He snuck into the chat. So that was Chicken Hawk talking about he will pick up my 2 5-pounders and get gone. 2 5-pounders, huh? Chicken Hawk. All right. All right. All right. So shout out to Chicken Hawk. All right. Then we have Mark Scott says, I'm worth more dead than alive anyway. Oh my goodness. Mark Scott, what is going on? He says, so it's all good. Oh my goodness. Okay, hey, different strokes for different folks with that one. But no, man, come on, you can't be saying that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we had to see what else happens with this one right here. Hold on, let me drop this. All right, so let's go ahead and keep taking a look, guys. All right, where are we at? Here we go. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's bothering him. Now look at that. Those look like big explosions. Watch it in slow motion, guys. Do you see that? Do you see the power of that lightning? I mean, it hits so fast. Until you play it back in slow motion, you don't really appreciate that the strength, how big it is for one. Just take a look at this, guys. Big explosion. And he's still out there minding his business, continuing to fish, trying to cash that check. And you saw earlier that he is still catching fish, guys. All right, so let me go ahead and stop this one. And now let's get into another little clip, guys. Hold on. Just bear with me real quick. Let me share my screen. Let me drop this out of here and share my screen again real quick and pull up some more footage out here on the lake. And like I said, guys, we're going to do the same thing. Whenever you see the footage start, I want to know who would stay and well, actually, I guess we don't really even need to ask that again, do we? We already know who's out there to cash that check and who will be leaving. All right, let's see. Hold on one second, guys. All right, 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this part right here. So this is the thing that I wanted to show you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, share my screen. Let me add this to the stream. All right, so this right here may change. Well, it looks like we only had like 2 or 3 people that said they would stay. And I think that not too many people have seen the consequences and what lightning can actually do to someone whenever they choose to stay out there on the water. I think there's a reason why a lot of guys start seeking shelter. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And like I said, get active in the comments, guys. I want to know what you guys think about this.
Fisherman Dave Grillmeyer had just cast his line into the lake. Without warning, a bolt of lightning streaked down from the cloud above him, with shocking consequences.
The rod, as you see here, what's left of it, was about a 7-foot rod. It was obviously so hot that it burnt the epoxy away, evaporated, and left nothing but the carbon fibers at the end of the rod.
It wasn't just the rod that was damaged. Dave suffered multiple
Man.
burns, but it was the condition of his clothes that revealed the true power of the strike.
Man, guys, did you see the rod? Did you see his skin? Did you see what that did to him, guys? Just that quick, it's over. It's not like you can run. It's not like you can do anything to combat that, because you saw how big of an area from that first video clip that lightning covers, guys. So I guess this is kind of dealing with a little bit of safety too. But for the guys that will choose to stay and fish in these conditions, this is kind of for you, give you something to think about. So the next segment that we'll get into right after I finish playing this clip, make sure you guys pay attention to this stuff. For the guys that will wait for the storm to pass and come after that, that is what the next segment is going to be for. All right, so let's go ahead and finish seeing, how this ended up for the guy. All right, hold on there. Here we go, guys.
The zipper was all gone. And several months later, I asked the paramedic, well, was there anything stuck in me? He goes, your zipper was almost burned onto your.
Oh man. Wait a minute, guys. What is he's oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cool C said, I am gone. He's Cool C said, I'm out. He said his zipper was burned onto what? What? Who would stay? Who would stay? I don't know what he's about to say, guys, but he said his zipper was gone and the doctor said it was burnt on too. What is he about to say, guys? Let's finish listening. Let's see what else he had to say.
Abdomen. That's how hot it got. This is what's left. This is where my beeper was at on my side.
A beeper?
Doesn't look too bad there compared to what the beeper looked like when I got it back.
Dave thought his boots were untouched until he saw strange pinholes where the lightning finally left his body.
Oh my goodness. The lightning came through the rod, went in through his hands, through his body, and left through his feet, guys. Out of the bottom, well, the sides of his boots. What did Cool C say? I am gone. Oh, yeah. I think I might be gone too. All right, let's go ahead and see what else he has to say, guys.
I guess the electricity passed through my body, through the bottom of the shoe, and jumped over the heel and back to the ground itself.
Dave was one of the lucky ones. 1 out of 10 lightning strike victims dies instantly. Across North America, more people are killed by lightning than by tornadoes or hurricanes.
All right, guys. Did you catch that? They said more people are killed by lightning than, did he say hurricanes and tornadoes? We see tornadoes on the news at a certain time of the year. It seems like we see those things almost every other weekend, well, every other week. And they're saying that there's more lightning strikes than that end up killing people. So that, yeah, I did not know that, guys. That's some interesting information right there. Let's see what else they have to say. All right, so that is the end of that. So that is from discovery.com, guys. Man. All right, so Mark Scott, and who was your partner in crime that was going to stay on the lake? Who was that? Was it Greg? Are you and Greg still staying on the lake? All right. All right. So yeah, so that was kind of interesting right there, guys. That's some information that I was not aware of. All right, so let's see. Let me hop back into the comments real quick. See what you guys have to say. Like I said, guys, get active in the comments. The live streams always, they kind of build off of the momentum, off of the comments and everything. So let's get in here, have some fun. We're just getting started. Right after this, we're going to get into some on the water footage. So yeah, so get active in the comments, guys. All right, so let's see. Where were we at? All right, so let me just bring it back to Chicken Hawk. He says that wasn't Cajun Rob, sir. That was the man that owned you. So he think he's gonna own me on the lake, guys. Chicken Hawk isn't meeting me on the lake, but I'm gonna find out where Chicken Hawk is at, guys. We're gonna get out there on the lake. Might be this weekend. Maybe this weekend. I'll see if I can get him to show some on the water footage of him catching his monsters. You see that? Those monsters out there that he catches on the lake. All right, then we have Mark Scott checking in. He says, I'm worth more dead than alive. Okay, so I got that. But yeah, Mark. Then Vernon Neal. Yeah, that was kind of funny. But yeah, Mark, you can't be saying that. All right, then Dodie Fishing checking in. What is going on? Glad to have you back in the live stream and get it active in the comments. And also, take a look, guys. Another member of the money team coming in strong, supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate that. All right, he says, when the rod starts buzzing, time to leave. Oh, yeah, that is a clue. That is a clue to some very good information right there. All right, let me just drop this down real quick. All right, so let's see. Darren Pearson says, they say if you can hear lightning and see lightning, you can get struck. Hey, that might be a good rule to go by. All right, Mark Scott, let's see what you have to say, Mark. Mark says, okay, if my oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness, I would have to agree with that. He says, okay, if my tallywhacker gets burnt, I might leave. So he still said he might leave. No, man, you definitely have to leave. You have to get missing, Mark. You cannot continue to stay out there. All right, then Umberto says, man, do you see that guy's chicken fry, bro? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You do not want to play with that. All right. Then Vernon Neal says, my grandmother used to say, get somewhere, sit down, and be quiet when the Lord is working. I live by those words today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we used to, hey, we could not be on the phone. We couldn't be by any windows. It was like a list of things that you just don't do anything. Don't even talk too loud. The lightning might hear you talking too loud and come and talk to you. All right. So Greg says, amen, Vernon. So it seems like Greg might be changing his mind just a little bit. He says, your grandmother was a wise woman. True indeed. All right. So Arch G says, nah, I'd seek cover if it was that close. Not gonna troll. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Vernon Neal says, Greg, yes, sir. She definitely was. All right. Shout out to that. All right. So let's see. So now let's go ahead and get into another clip, guys. Let's get into another clip. And what was it? Let's see. Who was it that said, let's see, where was that information? Hold on. Let me just find. All right, there we go. Doty Fishing says, when the rods start buzzing, time to leave. It's interesting that you say that. All right, let me share my screen real quick again, guys. And now let's take a look at this other short clip. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Let me just find it real quick, guys. All right, there we go. All right, now let me share my screen. All right, and this comes from a very popular YouTube channel. It's Flare. So I know a lot of you guys have heard of that YouTuber before. But let me see. Hold on. Let me just drop this real quick. All right, guys. So it was interesting what Doty Fishing just had to say. Now let's take a look at this.
Absolutely beauty.
Now they're out there catching fish. And take a look, guys. It is not raining there yet. You can kind of see those clouds in the background, having a good time fishing. Says they even went back to the same brush pile.
Trench daddy.
Now pay close attention and listen.
Oh, wait. Lightning.
Oh man. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear it? You have to listen. Make sure you listen. Let's go ahead and listen to this again.
Oh, wait. Lightning. Oh.
All right. Who heard that? Did anybody hear that sound? It's a very faint crackling sound that you hear. He felt it and he heard it. But who in the chat heard it, guys? Let me look in the comments. Did anybody else hear that crackling sound? So he knew something was about to happen. That storm is a good distance away. So what was it that Darren Pearson said? Let's see. What did he say? He said, they say if you can hear lightning and see lightning, you can get struck. Apparently, you don't even have to be able to hear it and see it. If that weather is on its way, you better start thinking about what your plans are going to be whenever you start hearing that crackling sound going on. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what they would do. But what would you guys do? What would you do? You don't see this. I mean, you don't see any rain, don't see the lightning or anything, but he definitely felt something and he heard it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what else happened with it. All right, here we go, guys. Just bear with me. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I think I felt something too.
Oh,
I felt something too.
Oh, this isn't good. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
What do we do?
Get on land, you think?
Oh, dude, no, I just got hit.
What?
100%. Dude, it shocked my hand.
I felt it.
My rod was going.
I felt two shots.
Should we get off on land? Dude, I swear to God, I just got struck.
Oh, okay.
Hell no. Hell no, dude. I do not mess with lightning, bro. No. I'm getting off. I don't know what to do. I'm like low-key freaking out right now.
I think let's get off and chill for a little bit.
Get off and chill for a little bit. How about that?
Dude, what do we? I'm actually freaking out right now. That was sketch.
It's like
I felt it, and I listened to my rod. You can hear my rod, and then it hit me, and it was like this. Swear to God,
No,
dude, I'm not tripping right now.
No, I didn't say anything. I had little shocks in my
No,
hand.
no,
I had
no,
two
no, no,
little
no,
shocks.
no, no, no. I'm not doing this. I'm not. No, I don't mess with lightning, bro.
You should probably get out of the boat, though.
Should we get out of the boat, dude? I am shaking right now.
I know. I didn't say anything. I got shocked out there too, but I thought it was just like static.
I don't know what to.
Oh no, no. His buddy said that he had already got shocked. He had already got shocked, but he just didn't say anything because he thought it was static.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Man, that could have been a deadly mistake. You saw what happened to Mr. I don't know what was going on with that guy that was fishing from the bank, but you saw what happened to him. Now, just think about that. He felt the lightning. He felt that static coming to his rod. And let me tell you guys, there was a guy that was telling me that he was out on the water and he saw the storm in the distance. He felt like, hey, you know, I'm far enough away from it. It's not really going to, you know, cause any issues or anything. So he's fishing. And he said that he cast his line. I can't remember what type of bait he had on there, but he cast his line and the bait went straight up. It started getting pulled up into the air. So that electric field or whatever it was started pulling his bait. And when he cast, his bait went up. He immediately shut everything down and got missing. He took off from that. So, I mean, it's serious biz, guys. Let's see what else they had to say on this one.
Is it bad if we step on land?
I don't know. Like I'm literally tripping right now. That was the sketchiest feeling ever. I'm like, my hand is vibrating. You could hear. I don't know if the GoPro picked it up. You could hear it. You could literally hear it.
Oh,
my
yeah.
ears are like ringing right now. So I mean, should we just like park the boat on land and like hang out? Like I'm like really scared to actually drive the boat right now.
We should like just chill on land probably for a little bit.
Dude, I'm like so freaking scared to drive this boat right now.
You gotta get out of the boat, Andrew.
Oh no, not getting into the water. But yeah, there we go, guys. So there you go. That is another one. So yeah, but they're hopping out and getting into the water. I don't know if I would have done that either. But yeah, whenever that starts happening, it is time to get missing. All right, so let's see. Mark Scott says, Ryan, don't get me wrong. If my son or grandson is with me, I'm gone. Come on, Mark. So you're still saying if it's just you, you still stay out there. All right, he says their life is so much more important than fishing. If I'm alone, I'm fishing. Come on, Mark. No. You do not want your zipper fried on to your body like we just saw mentioned a little earlier. You don't want those kind of problems. Just don't want it. All right, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the meat. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of the live stream, guys. All right, so basically, what this is about is whenever there is rain, thunderstorms, all that kind of stuff going on, and you know that you have a tournament that is going to be coming up, how do you prepare for that? But if it's happening where you're out there on the water, man, I mean, what do you do? Do you stay out there or do you leave? But yeah, so the thing is, what do you do and how do you prepare for that? So I'm going to show you guys my on the water footage, and this was in preparation for one of my tournaments, and just kind of want to go through it and just give you an idea of how, you know, I scout things out and what I'm thinking and how I go through that preparation process. All right, so let me just share my screen again, guys. Where are we at? All right, here we go. All right, so yeah, so let me just start this from the beginning, guys. All right, so basically, this is just some pre-fishing preparation tournament footage. The rain is coming in. As you can see, as you'll be able to see, it's overcast and it's kind of raining off and on. There's no thunderstorms, no lightning or anything like that. But I'm always on the lookout and I'm prepared to, if I have to jet and get out of there, then I'm going to make that happen because, yeah, I don't want to deal with anything like we just saw in the previous footage. All right. And yeah, guys, you can continue to get active in the comments because like I said, I'll be coming back and hopping back into the comment section, but want to give a big shout out to the current sponsor of the live stream and member of the money team, Mark Scott. Hit the live stream with a $50 super sticker, guys. Really, really appreciate that. And also want to give another shout out to let's see, who do we have? We have Umberto. And guess what he did, guys? He was like, hey, I want to participate. Let me hop in here. So he decided he wanted to set the hook, guys. So we have Umberto setting the hooks, hitting the channel with a 199 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen again, guys. Just bear with me. All right, I see you guys still continue to get active in the comments. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so I've shared my screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the screen and let's just take a look, and I'll kind of talk through this and just give you guys you know, the way that I take a look at this and the way that I prepare for it, and then some alternatives as far as some lures and things like that. And you guys, like I said, get active in the comment section. How do you approach fishing whenever there's overcast, whenever you know there's going to be thunderstorms and rain and all of that good stuff going on? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look, guys. Here we go. All right, so yeah, I had to hop up, put my rain suit on, and get right back to fishing, guys. At that point, I was throwing a spinner bait, and I'm just searching. I'm onshore, offshore, just trying to find a little bit of what I can see. And for me, what I was finding is, you see, that's kind of a smaller fish. Offshore, I was finding those smaller fish, so I decided to head back to some shallow water. And for me, one of the things that I always key in my opinion, whenever we're dealing with rain and things like that, and that water starts getting murky, I will focus more on shallow water and try to find some type of cover and structure that those fish are going to relate to, and throw baits that kind of bright colored baits, things that will make some noise. And as you will see in this, guys, I still could not get away from the shaky head for some reason. But I'll show you in just a second some alternatives, some baits that I throw with that shaky head whenever I'm dealing with muddy water.
The size limit on this lake is 14 inches, so this is not going to be a keeper, but looks like they might be starting to bite. The sun is coming out a little bit. The rain is supposed to be moving in, so things are going to change up. But for tomorrow, for tournament day, it's going to be bright and sunny. So hopefully the pattern that I'm scouting out for today will be good for tomorrow.
All right, another bait to keep in mind is a wacky rig, guys. Sometimes you have to slow it down when that water starts getting stained and muddy. Still on the small ones, guys. But I'm catching more fish, so I know eventually.
All right, so they are starting to bite. Just not the right size, though.
I'm thinking it might be kind of a numbers game.
All right, there we go. Another decent fish. Got to keep working. It has been a tough day out here. Hopefully things will be better tomorrow since the weather will be different, but putting together a little something.
Now I was able to locate an area that seemed as though the fish were kind of moving in on that area, so they were shallow. And that is a better fish right there, guys. So I'm stepping it up a little bit. So I may have found a little something.
All right, back to back.
Staying right there in that same area. So this lake had a 14-inch limit. So those were keeper fish that I was catching, but you see they didn't really have too much weight to them. and I felt pretty good about this spot. So I moved a little bit just to see if maybe I could find some just fish that were maybe a little bit bigger. Now, I don't know if you guys saw that splash, but I pretty much found what I was looking for whenever I hit this spot right here. All right, had to get the net on this one, guys. You saw that I was flipping all those other fish, but this one was not gonna let that happen. Oh yeah, there we go, guys. So that was a nice fish right there. So that was about a 5'7", something like that, 5 pound 7 ounce. So a little over well, about no, wait a second, was it a 6, 7, or 5? Man, I can't remember. I can't remember, guys, but that was practice. But hey, tournament day, you know, I was still able to make a few things happen. But so for me, guys, what I wanted to touch on that, hold on one second, let me just clear things up a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so for me, the way that I approached that was with the rain and everything that had been coming in that day and maybe a day or two previous, well, before that. Like I was saying, for me, I want to target structure and cover that I feel that the fish will start relating to a little more whenever that type of weather comes in. So as you see, the fish were biting, you know, pretty good. So the thing would be trying to find those bigger fish. So I would say for me, that shaky head, I just wasn't able to get away from it, guys. I mean, I was kind of relaxing, just taking my time. So that's why I was kind of throwing that a lot for the day. But just to give you guys some ideas of some things that you would want to do. And in my opinion, these are the things that have worked for me whenever I'm heading to a lake and I know that I'm going to have muddy water and stained water. And depending on the lake, especially if it's a largemouth lake, I will focus more on shallow water and try to get those bigger fish that are related to some type of cover, whether it's laydowns, rocks, docks, things like that, brush piles, shallow brush piles are things that I will target. But one of the things that I will have tied on, guys, are crankbaits. And I like having those bright colors. Obviously, everybody knows about throwing that red. So you see this one has like that red and that bright orange to it, and it's just a KVD 2.5 crankbait. And this is another good color. Just anything that has that bright chartreuse, black, dark colors are a good thing. And another one that a lot of people don't really think about, but just a straight black crankbait. And I got this one because it has you know, those bright colors in there. So you see that those greens and that chartreuse that's mixed in there. Trying to get that focus for you guys. But to me, those are some things if you want to cover water. And actually, guys, throwing those in some laydowns whenever you want to have something that's moving, those will work great whenever you want to throw them and keep it shallow. And whenever I am focusing on a crankbait bite with me, I will actually have 2 or 3 different crankbaits tied on, even if they're the same color, that I will have them set to where they dive at different depths. So I would throw something like this that goes very shallow. I will throw this all the way to the bank and fish that off of the bank. Then once I cover that area, especially if I'm fishing the laydown, guys, I may throw 3 different depths of crankbait at that one laydown before I move on to the next thing. So I'll throw that one, throw it all the way to the bank. I'll throw one that dives a little bit deeper, and I will throw that maybe about halfway from the bank and the laydown, so that will still be able to go down there and just reeling it slow, letting it bounce off the branches. That is something for me that will initiate that reaction strike, especially in muddy water, because we know that they're not necessarily fishing off of vision. They're going off of the vibration and the sound of the bait. And whenever that bait does go by and they see that bright color, something like I said, this bright, or the silhouette that is created by that black crankbait, then they only have that split second to make that decision of whether to bite or let that bait get away. And you know, you love it whenever they decide to go ahead and bite real quick. So that reaction bite is a great thing. The other thing that I was mentioning is throwing a shaky head. So for me, I would throw like a trick worm, a magnum shaky head worm, something like that. But if I want to step that up, especially whenever that water is muddy and I'm focusing on those bigger fish, I will still throw it on a shaky head, but I would throw more like a creature style bait. So this is a speed craw. I think this is a speed craw, but I'll throw that on a shaky head. And sometimes I will step up and get a Z Craw. But anytime, whatever your favorite creature bait is, that's something that I would throw on maybe like a Texas rig, something that I can work straight through the brush pile or the lay down without getting hung up. So those are two things that if I'm fishing a little bit slower, that I would throw to try to get that bigger bite. And then if that's not working for me, then I'll switch up and throw maybe like a finesse worm or some type of worm bait to just try to finesse them out of there. And of course, the other thing that a lot of people know about, some of you guys haven't been throwing it. I don't really throw it as often as I should. At the beginning of the video, this is what I was throwing. I was throwing that it's like a chartreuse with that big Colorado blade on there. Let me see if I can get that focus for you guys. But it has that big Colorado blade on there, so it'll have a lot of water displacement and that chartreuse color. And for me, I was throwing it without a trailer on it. But if you want to put a trailer on there, whenever you have that that stained water, muddy water, you can put a bigger trailer on there to just kind of give a bigger profile. But those are a few baits that I would throw. Guys, you can get active in the comments. What do you throw whenever you're dealing with muddy water? So I'm just taking a look in there to see. But let me hop back into the comments. It looks like we have some new people have stepped into the chat. So let's see, where are we at? But yeah, I have to take a look at this one again. Let me bring up Mark Scott. So Mark Scott said, Ryan, don't get me wrong. If my son or grandson are with me, I'm gone. So he's not going to fish in those storms and everything. But he says their life is so much more important than fishing. That is correct. But then you said, if I'm alone, I'm fishing. Man, come on. That is kind of funny, Mark. All right. So Dodie Fishing, he says, I'm not scared of anything except lightning and my wife. Oh, yeah. I guess both of them can light you up a little bit, huh? All right. Then we have Academic Mailbox checking in. He says the muddy water has been causing lots of tournament anglers difficulty of late. Yeah, so a lot of people will run from that muddy water. Some lakes that I fish, I will actually keep driving until I find some muddy, some stained. I mean, I fished water that was just, I don't know, probably had zero visibility because I knew I wanted to target those bigger fish, those largemouth that would relate to that cover and just go straight for submerged laydowns. And what I do, guys, if you watch my other videos, you see that I spend a lot of time scanning, using my side scan and sonar to locate those submerged laydowns, ones that you just can't visually see. So in that case, there's a lot of people that do not spend the time on their electronics. So you will be able to find structure and cover that they do not find and allow you to key in on that. All right, so let's see. Oh, guys, look what we have. Oh my goodness. We have a new member of the money team. We have Don Hicks. What is going on? Really, really appreciate it. All right, really appreciate that. Another member of the money team. And guys, if anybody is interested in finding out about the money team, the link, I did not pin it to the top of the chat, but the link is in the description of the video. Always make sure you guys check out the descriptions of the video, the description of the videos, because I do put information in there that I feel will bring value to you guys. If there are any products that I found that will come in handy on the water, like that NoCo booster, that should be linked in the comments. That is something that a lot of people will need now that we're getting out on the water a little more often, to make sure that if your battery goes down, that you can just jump it and head straight out. I have one that I keep on my boat, and you're able to charge your cell phone, just other things with it also. But the main thing for me is that you can jumpstart your boat without being stranded someplace and still be able to make it back to the weigh-in. But like I said, the link is in the description to become a member of the money team. You can click on that and find out the perks that go along with it. And mainly it is supporting the channel and being active in the chat. You will have a badge next to your name, and you know, it makes you stand out. So you see Don Hicks, he has that badge next to his name, and the longer you are a member of the money team, that badge will continue to change and kind of upgrade with the amount of, based on the amount of time that you have been a member of the money team. So special shout out to Don Hicks, newest member of the money team. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. All right, then we have Mako Mills stepping in. We have another strong supporter of the channel, a heavy hitter stepping in. He says, Money, what's going on, man? I'm looking forward to the battle between you and the Hawk. Man, I don't know what's going on with the Hawk, man. The Hawk is running. He has on some Nikes, man. He running. All right, let's see. He says, let us know when, where, and what time so we can tune in. Hey, guys, what I'm working on is actually having it to where you guys will be able to view it live while we're actually out on the lake. So that is something that I'm working on. I will probably do like a test run of that maybe this weekend, guys. So we'll see. But I'll put out a notification. So make sure you are subscribe to the channel so that you can receive those notifications. And when you subscribe, hit the bell. That bell will actually send out the notification to you whenever I do upload something new, or I put out the notifications letting you know that we're about to be live and active on the lake. All right. So Don Hicks says, I'm excited to be on board. Oh yeah. Always great to have a new member of the money team as we continue to build this community, guys. So each week we're going to get together. We're going to talk about our wins, our losses. You can use this as your brag board. So as you're coming in here with your tournament wins, or hey, we've had some guys that are coming in here saying, you know, I had some tough times out on the lake, especially over the summer. I remember one guy, he was like, yeah, I'm out here on this lake. I'm seeing the fish in like 30 to 50 feet of water. Whoa. 30 to 50 feet. Now, see, for me, I kind of like that. So he came, you know, we gave him a few tips and everything. And I think he came back maybe like a week or two later, tried a few of those things, and he was getting some good results. So to me, you know, that's always a great deal whenever we hear somebody coming back and they can use the channel as their brag board. All right, what else do we have here? Cajun the Hawk says, a black and blue swim. Oh, no. All right, so Cajun the Hawk Sam, aka Chicken Hawk, says a black and blue swim jig that you can wait for it. Now, I don't know how many of you guys saw the live stream where he came up on the screen, but he said he would throw his jig, he would bounce it, drag it, swim it. I don't know about setting the hook, but he bounced it, drag it, swim it all the way back to the boat. But he says, and set the hook, you heard. I guess that's that Louisiana, that Nolans lingo right there. All right, then we have Umberto says, spinnerbait yellow and white. Oh yeah. So yeah, that we got, you know, we're kind of seeing eye to eye on that one. All right, then we have Bottom Line Outdoors checking in. Says, sometimes the muddy water gets warmer before the clear water. That is true. I've heard that before, because the particles that are in that muddy water are able to kind of hold some of that heat a little bit better, so it doesn't dissipate. So good deal with that. All right, so David, member of the money team, checking in, says, howdy, just got in off the water, a bit nippy. Oh yeah, it's a bit nippy out there. What lake were you fishing on, David? All right, strong shout out to you. Really appreciate you coming and getting active in the chat. All right, let's see who else we have. Don Hicks. All right, Don Hicks checking in.
Yes, sir.
Newest member of the money team. Let's see what he has to say. He says, I throw white flukes and a neon green red fleck stick bait. Okay. All right. So yeah, that white fluke. And that was something that surprised me, guys. So I showed you those bright colors that I throw as far as crankbait goes. But I remember I can't remember what lake it was, but another guy, he came in and he showed me that he was throwing just a straight white crankbait, and he said he was burning it in muddy water and he was getting bit. So I mean, it's just one of those things, guys. I mean, you have to go with what you have confidence in some of these cases too. All right, then we have Don Hicks says, I will need to talk to you on how to set up my Mega Live target lock and my 360. Oh yeah, guys, you came to the right place. I mean, that's what I have. So just do a search on YouTube, MoneyBass target lock, MoneyBass Mega Live. You will get a lot of footage that comes up, because that is the exact setup that I have. And as you saw on this lake, I was using that that setup. So in this live stream, I did not really talk about that as much. But if you go back to last week's live stream, I believe in that live stream, I actually went into a little bit in more depth of how I was using the target lock and the 360 along with the Mega Live, and using all of those things to actually locate those fish and kind of hone in on them. And that's pretty much what I was doing in this footage also. I just did not mention that in the video that I played a few minutes ago. All right, then we have Doty Fishing, another member of the money team, checking in, says thumper spinnerbait with a red Colorado. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I have something with a red Colorado blade. I have not thrown that in a while. But yeah, so like I said, everybody has those confidence baits that they know will work out for them. All right, then we have Tyson Price checking in. The real secret is the tube. Oh yeah, that tube. I don't know anything about that. I know the guys up north are getting busy with that, throwing the tube. So that's something that, hey, maybe we should start looking into down on the southern end. All right, then we have Harry. Uh-oh, guys, haven't seen Harry in a while. Hope everything is going great with you and the family. All right, Harry says, good evening, money. What's going on, Harry? Glad to see you in the chat. All right, he says, do I see the hawk back on here? Oh, yeah, he slid back into the chat. So he's back in. All right, then David says, nipply. So what is that? Let's see. He says, howdy, just got in off the water, a bit nipply. Okay, all right. All right, then Cajun the Hawk Sam says, Mako, him scared, him trying to wait until the heat of summer and use his Mega Live to find them deep on me. I don't have to wait, Chicken Hawk. I do not have to wait. We'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll put something together. I'll get Chicken Hawk. I'll corner him on one of these lakes. All right, then we have Harry. He says, black and chartreuse jig on a square or in a square bill or spinnerbait. All right, black and chartreuse jig in a square. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much the colors that I was showing up. So yeah, I definitely would throw that chartreuse, and I have that black one that I throw. Most of the time for me, I will end up throwing that red with that bright orange on there. That's just something that I've had confidence in. So I will pretty much be throwing that one first. And like I said, I'll have one or two, well, maybe about two baits with crankbaits, two rods with crankbaits on them whenever I'm really getting into that crankbait bite. All right, then we have Cajun the Hawk says, what's going on, Harry? I'm always around keeping an eye on that guy. All right, then Mako Mills says, let me see, man, are you serious? Money, are you actually afraid of the hawk? Man, you know that is not a serious comment. Chicken Hawk is flying. The hawk is flying away from what'll happen to him on the lake. All right, then we have Harry says, family doing well, slayed them at Lake Cumberland. Oh, good deal with that. Who was it that you were talking to about Lake Cumberland? There was somebody else in the chat. And that's another thing, guys. Make sure that you guys get active and network with each other in the chat, because this is a place where we can come and help each other out each week. So we can kind of build off of, different people's experiences, the different lakes. Even if you're fishing up north, some of the guys down south may have some baits and things like that may translate to success on the lakes that you're at, and vice versa. So it's always good to network and get in the comments. The other thing is that there are guys that have been in the comments that have actually linked up and fished tournaments together, met out on the lake, all of that good stuff, because they just happen to be in the same area and fishing the same lake. So that is always a good deal. All right, so Don Hicks says thanks. Oh yeah. So yeah, and also if you have any questions, you can hit me up on my Instagram, and if you put questions in the comments, I'll definitely hit you up in the comment section. So special shout out to the money team and the newest member of the money team, Don Hicks. All right, so Harry says doing well. All right, give him some shout outs. Haven't seen Harry in a while. All right, didn't get to hook up with him before. Okay, yeah, so I remember you and someone else was in the chat previously, and you guys were talking about linking up, going to Lake Cumberland, because there's one or two other guys that fished that lake. All right, let's see. I see we have some other people checking in, stepping into the chat. Let's see, who do we have coming in here? Where did it go? Hold on. Yeah, you guys are moving. All right, here we go. Okay, so we have Rory Johnson checking in.
Yes, sir.
What is going on? He says only 2 rigs with crankbait. I use about 8. Oh, yeah. he is the crankbait man. So he has 8 crankbaits on there. Oh yeah, I got to change it up a little bit. Another thing that I will throw is like this Z Craw, but I will put something like a flashy swimmer on there, something that will give some flash, and you have this bulky bait, so it kind of gives a different kind of profile. So even though I may not be throwing a crankbait, that moving bait, I still throw other things and kind of swim that through the water column. Because with this, I can throw it in there and throw it right into the heart of a laydown or something like that, and bring that right through there without getting stuck. But also the other thing, guys, don't be scared to throw a buzz bait whenever you're talking about that muddy water, and even when it's raining, because it will definitely draw attention to those fish. And the other thing about it, whenever they're in that muddy water, they don't have that good of a chance to look at that bait. So they're going to hear all that commotion and everything, and they will just come up there and go ahead and hit it, kind of like a reaction strike with that also. And like I said, they're not going to be able to get a good look at that bait, especially in that muddy water. And the other thing about it, in that muddy water, that black. So with this, I think this is a Fat Albert grub or something like that. But you can put like a black toad on there, a zoom toad. And so that will give a bigger profile for you, along with all of that water displacement. So that right there might just be money for you. So don't be scared to throw that. All right, let's see. Then we have Harry says, lost a prehistoric. He said, lost a prehistoric largemouth and saw one on bed close to a double digit. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, Chicken Hawk sees them all the time. He doesn't catch them, but he sees them out there too, Harry. So Chicken Hawk can relate to that. All right, then we have Mako Mill says, money, who is the sponsor of the night? Just in case I want a little battle. Just saying. Oh, okay. Well, let's give a few shout outs again. Yeah, so we had a little action going on in the chat, but starting off early tonight, strong supporter of the channel, we had Mark Scott stepping in. He's always showing support for the channel, whether it's in the chat, hit me up on my Instagram, send me pictures and things like that of the success that he's having out on the water. And he also has been the sponsor of several live streams. Tonight, he is the current sponsor of the live stream. And guys, right now, you are the big fish. That's right. Mark Scott is the big fish of the live stream. So he is the current sponsor. All right. So let me just hop back in here and give 1 or 2 more shout outs. Give some credit where credit is due. So we have Umberto stepping in.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's stepping in strong, showing support for the channel and getting active in the comments, guys. Really, really appreciate that. So he came in with a 199. No comment, no question, just pure support of the channel. So definitely appreciate that. And then we had the newest member of the money team stepping in, Don Hicks. Really, really appreciate it, guys. All of the support that comes into the channel is put back into the channel in a way that I can just give back to you guys. So whether it goes to pay for tournament entry fees, get me out there on the water, to bring more footage for you as far as my electronics videos. You guys know that I'm big on my Mega Live, the target lock. Now that I have that, I still have some footage, lots of footage from being out there on the lake that I'm going to continue putting out. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed, because I do have a lot more footage that I will be bringing out and putting out for you guys. All right. So to answer your question, Mako Mills.
Yes, sir.
He says, who is the sponsor of the night? Just in case I want a little battle, just saying. So yeah, right now, Mark Scott is, if you take a look at the banner scrolling across the bottom of the screen, special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Mark Scott. Oh yeah. And Greg, special shout out to Greg. Also, he was the sponsor of last week's live stream. So really, really appreciate that. All right, then Don Hicks says, I have a tournament coming up on Lake Hamilton in Arkansas. Let's see. I need info. Anybody know about that lake up there? Anybody know about that? What kind of fish do you have? Is that predominantly a largemouth lake, spotted bass lake? And I'm guessing that are you gonna have smallmouth in there too? So yeah, drop some information about the lake in the comments. And if anybody has any, tips and tricks, some things that he might want to try out there, yeah, drop that in the comments too. All right, then we have Harry says, like the buzz bait in black. Oh yeah, that is definitely what you want to try out there in that muddy water and early in the morning. even if you're throwing it in clear water. If you throw it early in the morning before that sun gets up too good, then that black will work then too. All right, so Tyson Price says, I'm way out west in Cali. Uh-oh. Woo, land of the big fish. He says, my best friend moved to Dallas, Georgia last July. He fishes as a non-boater using exclusively tubes and has a first, 2 seconds, and a third place finish. My PB is 9.6 on a tube.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yeah, you're out there in Cali. You're out there in Cali. So those 9.6s, those things are probably just swimming around a little bit everywhere, aren't they? But yeah, good deal on that. So he came out here and he's having success with that tube because, hey, we don't really throw that out here too much. All right, so Mako Mills, he says, whoa, $50, Mark. You're killing me. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Mark came in. He says, I'm not playing. He said, that spot is mine. I am the sponsor of the live stream. All right, then Harry says, tubes are overlooked in my opinion. Anymore. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially down here. I don't really hear anybody talking about throwing a tube. So I may have to pull up some videos and get some information on that myself. And hey, maybe that'll be my new favorite bait. We'll see. Maybe it'll get me away from that shaky head. All right. So Rory Johnson says, let's see. What is that? BB chatterbait works well also in muddy water. Right. Yes, it does. Because it has a lot of water displacement and that chatter bait from the chatterbait. Yeah. So definitely that's a good one too. And that's also a good skipping bait. So you can skip that under docks and throw it, under like hanging branches and all of that good stuff. So good deal with that one. All right. So yeah, Mark Scott's laughing at you, Mako. He's like, yeah, you weren't expecting that. All right. Then we have Harry says, does Money know anything about smallmouth? We had several over 4 on top water and Ned rigs. Oh yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
I've caught a few smallmouth, but I think if I was on a smallmouth lake, oh yeah, I think I could put a hurting on them because catching spotted bass to me is similar to the techniques that would need to be used to catch smallmouth. And one of the main fish that I fish for out here, close to me, is spotted bass. So maybe one day I will get, go up a little north. And I was catching those on Tim's Ford. That's a lake up a little further north, and on Douglas Lake. I believe those were. Oh, and I also caught one on Chickamauga, but more so on Tim's Ford. I think that had a lot more smallmouth in it. All right, then Don Hicks says, I'm here in Texas, so I am traveling there. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, we have some Texas people in the chat. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Make sure you guys shout out where you're at, and put the lakes in the comments that you fish, because there's gonna be guys all over the place. There's several guys in here at times that fish Texas. So yeah, I know you saw Texas Noop. He's in here, so he's definitely from Texas. All right, then we have Harry. He says it won't replace the shaky head. Oh man, it won't replace my shaky head, huh? All right. He says, not talking about small largemouth. Come on, man. I don't catch those small largemouth. All right. He says they are similar sometimes, but depends on the weather, water temp, and levels. Good deal with that. All right. Let me see. Let me just check something else out, guys. Let me just make sure I pulled up this other thing. And also want to give a special shout out to the Facebook crew. Let's see who's over here on the Facebook side of things. I don't think I've seen any Facebook comments coming in, and I see why. Let me go ahead and make that active so if anybody from Facebook wants to hop in. Man, I keep forgetting to update that each time. Got to put that in my notes. But yeah, special shout out to the Facebook crew. Appreciate everybody over there on that end. And I see if you guys are sharing the live stream. And that's another thing, guys. Please make sure you share the links and these live streams and the channel so that we can continue to grow. Last I checked, we were a little over 5,800. So we're heading to that 6,000 subscriber mark. So we're still growing pretty fast, guys. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. All right, so let's see. Hold on. Let me do this. If anybody in the chat wants to come up real quick, let me just drop this link in here. I know Chicken Hawk is out there. Let's see if Chicken Hawk is going to come up on the screen. Let's see if I can pull Chicken Hawk. So the link is in the chat. So if Chicken Hawk wants to come up, then go ahead and click that link and come up here, because when people have been asking about you, they're like, where's Chicken Hawk been? He's been out there and hiding someplace. But I think he's going to be out on a lake, on someone's lake somewhere, possibly this weekend. So we'll see, guys. And the other thing, like I said, I will be doing a live on the lake. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button. And when I'm out there on the water, obviously I will be able to interact with you. So if you have specific questions or there's something that you want to see, I will be running my live system. I'll be running my target lock and the 360, doing some sonar and side scan, all of that good stuff. So if you guys have any specific questions while I'm out there on the water, make sure you tune into that. I'm going to see how that works out for you guys. See if it's something I might incorporate into the channel, depending on the type of feedback that I get from it. All right, so let's see what else we have in here. All right, so Harry stepping in saying, Durlast banner about to come up. Man, Chicken Hawk isn't going to come up. I think Chicken Hawk already went to bed. He's already gone, man. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking into, guys. Let's see. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anybody. We've been rolling for about an hour and a half, guys. We've had some good information, had some fun, you know, had a little bit of entertainment, had some good on the water footage. Hope that information did help you out, guys. And then, of course, you guys were getting active in the comments. So you did drop your information in there as far as what type of baits that you would use. And this live stream was basically done in preparation for this coming weekend, because I know a lot of guys are going to be out there. We've all seen the weather report. The rain is coming. So you will be dealing with some muddy water, some on and off rain, that kind of stuff. And you do want to be careful and take heed whenever you see that lightning coming in or those thunderstorms. It's not worth it, guys. It's just not worth it. You do not want to be like the guy that you saw on that picture. All right, then let's see who else we have. Mako Mill says, Hawk, where are you, man? You got quiet. Yeah, I told you. You didn't believe me. You didn't believe. See, I have to track him down. I have to find out where Chicken Hawk is hiding at and get him cornered on one of these lakes. But that is what I'll do. All right, so yeah, guys, like I said, we've been running for about an hour and a half. Want to give another special shout out to the newest member of the money team, Don Hicks, getting active in the comment section, came right in, joined the family. So really, really appreciate that. All right, and next up we had Umberto checking in. First time I've seen him in the comment section, but he came right in supporting the channel with a $1.99 super chat. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel, guys. Everything that comes into this channel is put back into the channel. Really, really appreciate it, man. I mean, you guys don't have to do that, but you guys see the value in the channel, and it really does show me that I am providing value, that the information that I'm putting out here, it provides a little bit of entertainment, does give some oh man, I can't believe what just happened, guys. But it just lets me know that you guys do appreciate the information that I'm giving out there. There's some entertainment in it. There's some educational value to it, and it's definitely helping you guys out on the water, because I do get the feedback from you guys. And want to give a big shout out to Mark Scott. Big shout out to Mark Scott, always supporting the channel. But it looks like we need to have a little discussion, guys. So we have somebody that has something that they might want to say. So let's see what is going on. Who is this coming into the live stream? What's going on, man?
So let me see. Look here, sir. I hear you've been disparaging my name a little bit lately.
Oh no, that wasn't me.
Heard about this. What?
No, I was just giving information about what has happened.
So did you tell the people how you, when I was looking for you on April 1st, you didn't show up? Did you tell them that?
Check it out, guys. Notice what date he said. April 1st. And April look, Fool's Day, guys.
Exactly. And if you go back to when we talked about it, What did I say? What did I say? I said, I'm putting it on April 1st just to give you cover. Giving you cover so you can run.
I heard April Fools.
And
of all days, you gonna say that? Oh yeah, I was really serious on April Fool's Day.
Hey, and for another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
What's that?
You call me a snitch. You can call me whatever you want to call. That's right. I've already called the DNR, and I've reported you.
Man, listen. I'm sorry that I catch big fish like that, but I put it back. I put those.
What you
listen,
did to them little bitty fish, and we got it on tape, and you even showed it on tape. What you that abuse that you did with a little bitty about 10-inch fish? Come on, man. Why you want to hook a 10-inch fish, man? What is wrong with you, man?
Listen,
you got to stop that with these little fish.
Listen, I don't appreciate you coming here disrespecting my live stream. Now, listen. This is what. How about this? Since I can't corner you on a lake, are you going to be at a lake this weekend?
Yes, I am.
What lake will you be at this weekend?
Yes, I am.
What lake will you be at this weekend?
I'm gonna be on Wheeler Lake.
Are you any good on Wheeler Lake?
I'm good on any time I put my foot on water. So you believe that?
So you think you're good on Wheeler Lake?
I'm going out there to catch the fish that I need to catch.
Choose your words. Listen, choose your words wisely, because I think you might be trying to change them up.
I'm not changing them.
So are you good on Wheeler?
Yes, I'm good on Wheeler.
Okay, so how about this? Since we cannot meet at the same lake, I go to the lake that I'm.
Who stops you? Know, because you see what you want to do is you want to go to your little.
Oh, wait a minute! What just happened, guys?
Because you want to go to your little pity pond. You always run to that little pity pond.
Are you good on Wheeler?
It doesn't. I'm good on most lakes that I get on.
What does backtracking mean?
I didn't backtrack. You want to run to that pity pond called Lanier.
Are you good on Wheeler? Are you good on Wheeler?
I am pretty decent on Wheeler.
Oh, so wait a minute. Did you notice that, guys? Did you notice that? He was great. He was good.
I didn't say, I said I was good. I said, look. Hey,
what language was that?
Let me tell you something. Next week,
I
will be. So I'm doing a little touring right now, right? So I'm gonna be on Wheeler this week.
Okay.
And then next week, I'm gonna be on Logan Martin. Friday, Saturday, and Monday.
You need 3 days?
I mean, look. I'm just out there, look, y'all letting all those big fish get away. So what's up? I got to go out there and hit them in the head a little bit. Put them in the protocol. Put them in the protocol. You know about the protocol, right? Like I said, I set up. It was nice too. You should see what I've done in my boat. I put a tent over the live well.
A tent?
Yeah, a blue tent, like the little blue tent. And so what you do is when I bust them and I give them a concussion, I send them to the blue tent. I put them in the protocol, baby. Concussion protocol all day long. All day long.
Listen, you can't keep abusing those minnows, man. You talking about getting DNR called on you.
Look, we got you on tape beating those little bitty poor fish.
Listen,
you should feel bad.
What time you gonna be on Wheeler this weekend?
I mean, we're gonna be out there till about 3.
You need help?
No, I don't need help, but I'm gonna be out there fishing with some other people. We're gonna be out there until about 3.
Now I see what's going on. Whose boat you gonna be on? Huh? Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm gonna be on one of my buddies' boats. I'm gonna be on my boat on Logan Martin.
There we have it, peoples. So you saying you not only go, How much you gonna pay him?
What I gotta pay somebody for? Man, look.
You're not gonna pay him?
Hmm?
You're not gonna pay him. That's disrespectful.
It's not. Hey man, I got my dog here. My dog acting up a little bit. No, we're not gonna get him right now. We're gonna get him later. But anyway.
So
Jeff, come on. Come here.
So listen, are you gonna pay him?
Don't you worry about it. I don't need to pay him. What's up, man? So
now that's what you're gonna need. That's what you're gonna need after you leave the lake. You're gonna need something that gives you unconditional love. So listen,
I will be bringing these along tomorrow. No, you believe that? What you got? What you got?
I'm just trying.
In fact, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm about to write MoneyBass so that nobody else gets these from you. For you. MoneyBass.
Oh, okay. But I noticed how you are you how much are you gonna pay him?
I don't need to pay anybody. What are you talking about paying somebody?
Oh, so you're not gonna give him anything?
I'm not paying anybody to. What are you trying to say? I'm
just asking. Are you?
Because this is not a guide situation, sir. This is not a guide situation. That's what you trying to walk into. That's not what you said.
Okay, so you're saying you're not gonna pay him?
I don't. There's no need to pay. What's there to pay for? See the difference between you and you.
So wait a minute. So you just gonna hop on the boat all willy-nilly, get on there, make a few casts, not catch nothing, ride around with this man.
You heard about my cash ratio, so I don't know what you talking about. Not catching anything. Give me a break.
So you're not gonna pay him anything? He watched. I see him in the chat.
Hey, we will work out what we got to work out.
Oh, okay. So you are gonna work something now.
No, you see, this is what you're doing. You trying to put a spin on it.
Oh,
yes, sir.
You're trying to put a spin on it.
I mean, it's all good. I mean, hey, we all have to start from somewhere. So,
no. Like I told you, I'm gonna catch you on the water sooner than later, and it's not gonna be pretty. I'm just letting you know. Not gonna be pretty.
We gonna see, man. We gonna.
They're gonna ask me to pull up. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for the little 10-inch fish out there that got abused by you.
Let me ask you this then.
Yes.
What of all the lakes, what would you say is your top lake? The lake that you are best on?
Sinclair. Show the footage. You got the footage. You got the footage.
How is it?
Show the footage of me beating you down over there.
So listen, how after all these years that you've been screaming Logan Martin, Logan Martin, Logan Martin?
I'm just good on Logan Martin. So
because listen, now all of a sudden when you're about to be at Logan Martin, you changed the lake.
No, but it doesn't. You see, that's where you're wrong. See, that's where you're wrong. When you big fish, you catch them where you at, sir. For the song, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.
Okay, so let's ask the chat. So in the comment section, does anybody know prior to today what Chicken Hawk has always said his number one lake was? What was his number one lake? Does anybody in the chat know?
Oh, my number one. Everybody know what it is. I mean, but I've even talked about beating you down on Sinclair. Did I beat you on Sinclair? Yes or no? Yes or no? I didn't ask you that. I asked you a simple yes or no question. Did I beat you down on Sinclair? Yes or no? Yes or no? Don't add anything else to it. Yes, no, sir.
I have
If you in court
I have to be honest with the people
and say yes,
that
yes or
those
no,
those 5.5 pounds that you caught today did
that
beat
was not 5.5 pounds.
did beat the 2 fish that I caught. So yes, you had a massive 5.5,
It was
5
actually
fish,
more than that. It was actually
5.5, 5 fish, and you beat me because I only had 2 fish.
Hey, is it my fault? Is it my fault that you can't catch any fish?
Oh, guys, look who we have checking into the live stream. Slide Doggy TN. For you guys that do not know, big shout out to Slide Doggy TN, strong supporter of the channel. Hey, always showing up, getting active in the chat. And for those that don't know, that target lock that I have, oh yeah, Sly Doggy TN is the one who contributed that to the channel. So really appreciate that. So I mean, I'm sorry you have to come in and hear this type of nonsense that's being said on the screen right now. Chicken Hawk talking about, I don't even know what he's saying now, but I'm just waiting to see what they put in the comments. Does anybody know what lake Chicken Hawk has said all the way up until now, because he's actually supposed to be on that lake?
No, I did not say that. I'm not. I'm saying, but oh, there you go. Now look what Pat said. Read it and weep.
Ooh,
read it and weep. No,
I'm reading
what
it.
he said.
I'm reading it.
Read what he said before. There it is.
All right, so now your top lake is
Like
Sinclair.
You see that, right? Sinclair, Logan Martin, we're down.
But look at this. Slide Doggy TN hopped in and said, I've heard the Chick Hawk
he wanted to see
talking trash before.
That just got you beat down a little bit more. That right there. That's what got you beat down a little bit more.
So listen.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Can we get some footage from what happens this weekend?
I'll try to get you some.
You're gonna try? What's gonna happen? I know what try means. Okay, you can only do what you can do. So I understand that. I understand what you're saying. Because you said you're gonna be on Wheeler, and you said you were great on Wheeler.
I did not say I was great.
Then you said
I never said
you questions. Then you said, "Oh, so you're not great?"
I didn't say I was great on Wheeler.
So you're not great on Wheeler.
I did not say I was great on Wheeler.
Did you say you were good on? So great, good. Did you say you were good on Wheeler?
I'm good, and then I said I'm good pretty much on any lake that I go on.
Okay.
For the most part, the only one I will say that kind of struggle a little bit on is Lanier. And that's why you always want me on Lanier, because you know I do struggle a little bit on Lanier. I
continue to ask you, what is the lake that you are best at? Then you're going to name a lake that's like 12.5 hours from you because you know you can't. You live 40 minutes from Gunnersville. Why didn't you say Gunnersville? Why didn't you say, listen, how are you a local on Gunnersville, but you won't say it? How are you a local at Wheeler and won't say it? I haven't spent the time
on Gunnersville as of yet.
But you just said you're good on any lake. You should be great on the lake that's closest to you. So now, great, good, and I don't know so where are you at on the scale on Gunnersville?
I don't even know. I don't even know on Gunnersville. Now, I have, you remember when I caught those 5 fish and 4 fish, 5 casts on Gunnersville that day?
No.
They were short. They were like 14 inches. I mean, and I think that I really shorted myself. I should have kind of held those fish. I think I would have squeezed out 15 inches on those fish. And most people didn't catch anything. And but I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. You shouldn't worry about that. What you need to worry yourself about is finding your way down. You need to find your way down to Logan Martin. Or with Dowie. Or if you need me to come all the way over to Sinclair, I might come over there and spend a weekend. Is that what you want?
It ain't gonna happen. You're just not gonna do it.
You want
But
me
listen,
you want me to bring that can all the way over there. That's what you
that
want.
ain't gonna happen. So let's see. Slide Doggy TN says, have either of you fished my home lake, Tim's Ford in South Central Tennessee?
I have not, but I will go there with you.
I have fished that lake. I caught some nice smallmouth on that lake off of a jig and off of a wobblehead. And what was I throwing on that?
Did you
I
bounce it?
fished it and caught some smallmouth.
You don't know how to bounce it, right? You don't know how to bounce it, drag.
Catching them right on rocks, and I was catching them on laydowns.
3 actions, 1 cast. But you'll learn something about that later.
Shout out to Big Q checking in. Top of the evening, fellas. All right, so you're gonna be at Wheeler this weekend on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And you're good on that lake.
I'm decent.
All right,
on the lake.
so this is what we can do, man. Hey, I mean, we're gonna get the people, get the people a little something. All right, so you're gonna be on Wheeler. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna see you right over there where you're at, and they're gonna see me right here where I'm at. They're gonna see you casting and casting and casting, and they're gonna see me setting a hook, flipping something up.
Where you gonna be? Where you gonna be?
It doesn't matter. I'm on
the trap house.
I'm gonna be. You're about to be at the lake that's closest to you. I'm gonna be at the lake that's closest to me. You said you're good.
Hey, my thing is this: meet me again. What we're saying is, meet me over there on Logan Martin, or with Dowie. That brings it a little bit closer to you. Does that work for you?
This is all I'm saying, because every time that we have tried to do that, nothing happens. I'm just trying to see if you will go to any lake, any lake. And now you're saying you will be at Wheeler. So guys, we have him at Wheeler. So we have him backed into, let me see, is this a corner right there? Yeah, this corner. We have him backed into this corner at Wheeler. And you see him trying to squirm. He's squirming, trying to get out of it.
There's no need to squirm, but if you want to see the truth, I just told you, I'm going to be on Logan Martin for 3 days in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
How did DMX say? Get at me, dog. Get at me, dog. What's happening?
All right. So you guys heard it here first. So Chicken Hawk will be at Wheeler this weekend, and we will see some footage of him doing good on Wheeler.
That's what you want. Okay. All right. I'll give you some footage.
Uh-oh, guys. It's about to happen.
You gonna play it?
Oh yeah.
All right now. Don't be talking about you don't do live streams no more.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be live.
I don't do
live. It is gonna be live.
I don't show videos anymore.
Talk to him, Pat.
I think Brett talking to you. Pat needs to please clarify. See, Pat saw me work a jig. He know I can get jiggy with it. That's right. He see me work a jig. He was actually there when I became proficient on getting jiggy with it. But
that was one time is not proficient.
That was not a one-time situation, sir.
Mako said, can we all come to witness this? Hey, listen, this is what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to just get him. I can pull him up on live. I'm gonna go out on the water this weekend. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Aren't those storms coming through over there?
Oh
no.
man. Let me look and see. I thought they were gonna pass us. That's
See,
the only thing that's up in the air. But you know when they're not coming? Do you know when they're not coming?
when is that?
On May 5th and 6th. On Logan Mark. They're not coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Let me check.
So let me ask you now.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Big Q checking in. He says, I'm in PA, but definitely would like to fish with y'all. Might have to make some things happen, guys. So you're checking the weather.
Checking the weather. Checking the weather, baby. Checking the weather. I don't know. They're talking the afternoon thunderstorm, but I don't think that's gonna have anything to do with us.
Okay, so you good.
I think we're gonna probably be good unless it changes.
All right. Okay. All right. You got okay. There we go. That's what I was wanting to hear right there. Mako said, can I have the local news channel to come put this on nightly news that evening? And Big Q's talking to you. Said, don't make weather excuses. We have rain suits, partner.
Hey, Big Q should have been on earlier. Saw that dude got lit up by that light.
Oh man. Yeah, guys, if you did not see the live stream from the beginning, you gotta go back and watch the replay, because there's some footage at the beginning that you want to see about these lightning strikes and a guy that actually got hit by lightning while he was out there, and it was not too pretty. The results of whenever you try to get in a fight, get tangled up with some lightning. Yeah.
And I don't want any preacher standing over me saying, we miss him.
All he was trying to do was catch a few fish. His last wishes were that he could catch a fish.
He beat the brakes off of this MoneyBass guy. And in fact, what we found in his boat next to those founders was this brake thing that had MoneyBass written on it. So we want to make sure MoneyBass gets. Because I want to be around to see it.
All right, so look, I'm gonna follow back up with you on Friday. Make sure that you're gonna be there on Saturday, because I'm gonna get packed up. I'm gonna be on the lake. I'm gonna send you the link. It's gonna look just like this.
You were already talking about weather issues.
No, I was asking because I know how you. I told you I got you in this corner, and you trying to. Hey, well, it's drizzling a little bit, and if my hair gets wet, I. What did Mako say?
Is Everlast one of Hawk's sponsors? No. I need the batteries, baby. I don't need to put those cables on. I break the brakes off.
So Duralast is Chicken Hawk's self-proclaimed sponsor.
Hey, they gonna write me a check. Probably right after you write.
You said I'm gonna write you. How much is the check? How much is the check that I'm gonna hold on? Let me get my pen so I can go ahead and write the check. How much do I need to write on this check?
I already told you. No, but the check you gonna write me is on Logan Mark.
For how much? How much is the check?
I told you 100. See.
Okay.
Any part that you don't.
All right. So 100 for big fish,
Not
and then what?
Day.
All right. So 100 for the big 100 for the big fish, and then what about the man?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you about to spank me on your lake. So
I am gonna
100
beat
on
you
the
on that.
big fish,
Hey, look,
and then how much on
if
the
you want, no, you're not gonna walk me on this. Look,
wait a
so
minute. Hold on.
I had gave
Stop the show.
you, hold
Stop
on,
the show.
hold on.
Hold on a second. I need to know if this is real. Hold on. Check this out. Look who we
What?
have in here. That can
That's right.
that's not really Randy Blockett, is it? It says intuitive, ain't. Is that Randy
That's
for
right.
real?
That's right.
Oh my goodness. So
we gonna get you.
if this is
We
wait
are
a minute.
gonna get you.
So I need to did Randy, did you hear me shouting out your channel on Big Jim's Fishing yesterday? Is that what made you come over here? He said it's me. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, we have a special guest in the building. We have Randy Blockett, huh?
Let him
All
come
right, hold on. Randy, I'm gonna drop the link in here because so Chicken Hawk is Mr. Randy's twin on here, the way that he talks about some of this fishing stuff about the old school. Hold on, let me let me drop this link on here and see if this is really Randy. He said it's me. He said I did hear that. Special shout out to that. So basically, guys, what we were talking about, I was on Big Jim Fishing's channel yesterday, and we were shouting out our top YouTube channels. So Randy Blockett was one of the channels that I shouted out as one of my top, which I knew everybody would find surprising. But surprisingly enough, Randy Blockett was watching that. Small world, guys, small world. So, hey, Randy, I dropped the link in the chat if you want to come up here and kind of school Chicken Hawk on how he's gonna take this beating at Logan Martin if he meets me out on this lake. I don't know if Randy's going. He says, I did hear that. You made some good points. Oh, yeah. So we talked about some good things in there.
What did you say?
So let me see if I can repeat what I said. So basically, because Big Jim obviously talks about electronics. I talk about electronics a lot. So I knew that it was going to be a surprise to everybody when I said that Randy Blockett's channel is one of my top picks of the channels that I watch on YouTube. And let me see, what else did I say? So I talked about how he made his entry into the YouTube world, because actually that's where I knew Randy Blockett was from watching his YouTube. So, but of course we all know that he has a big history before that, but it's kind of like a new world now. So I watched his progression of finding out about how YouTube works and the things that you have to actually, okay, hold on. He says, man, I would, but getting ready to put the kids to bed. I know the feeling, because I need to do the same thing, Randy. So shout out to that. But the thing that I was saying, say that again.
And I said, I'll be putting you to bed in a couple weeks out there on Logan Martin.
Listen,
Go ahead.
Don't make me have to come meet you on this lake next weekend, and then you talk about you not going to show up.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing stopping you but air and opportunity.
Oh,
there goes the air.
Listen, hold on. Let me look up and see. See, you interrupted what I was talking about. Let me finish what I was saying, because I want to give a special shout out to Randy Blockett. I really appreciate him coming in and taking the time to stop by a smaller YouTube channel, because he's out there doing his thing. He hit the 100,000 subscriber mark, big deal on YouTube. And actually, I want to see that that plaque. I don't know if you've actually put it out yet, or if you've actually received it, but I want to see that plaque. But the thing that I was saying about his channel is his progression through YouTube. And as you kind of learn about how it will kind of steer you away, like you may have a passion for a certain thing, but it may not get pushed. So you kind of have to mix in what you want to say with what YouTube is telling you to say. And getting, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a little dance that goes along with it. And he knows that very well, because he's hit 100,000 subscribers. So I talked about that. And the other thing I talked about, which you can kind of relate to, is me reusing my soft plastics. So how you always say, man, you reusing that worm, and everybody's always clowning me about that. But I'll take my soft plastic worms, I'll cut them up, I'll weld them back together using a product called Mended. I'm using JJ's Magic, changing the colors, all that kind of stuff, and making what I used to call them as Frankenbaits. So whenever I first started watching Randy's channel and I saw how he was always concocting something and doing all these different things, to me, it was like, hey, I can relate to that, and it's great. So that is what caught my attention. And then, you know, it gets into some other things, you know, the kind of off the topic of fishing, but YouTube is gonna kind of like, hey, you can do what you want, but you better mix it in with a little bit of this. So that was kind of my angle that I was talking about with Randy. So he says, yep, I did the video on the plaque 2 days ago. Okay, so yeah, I didn't catch that one. I have to go and watch that one. But great deal. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. All right, but did you want to say something, Chicken Hawk?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so guys, we have another special guest that is coming to the stage. Special shout out to Sly Doggy TN.
Hey there.
Hey, what is going on? Great to see you.
You better watch out putting links out there. People that you don't want on your channel may come on.
Hey, you never know what'll happen. You never know. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the channel.
Oh, okay. Really, really appreciate it, man. We have some big dogs stepping by tonight. Have Randy Blockett, and we have Sly Doggy TN checking in. Good deal. So you heard Chicken Hawk in here talking about the things that he thinks he can do out on the lake. I might have to drive out to Logan more. What do you think, Sly Doggy? Should I go out there and put a little?
I agree with somebody else that made the comment. It needs to be a neutral site that neither of you have ever fished before.
Okay, so that was Pat.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the only fair way to do it.
There you go. And you said up at Tim Ford, right? That's neutral. Well, he says he's fished on it, but that doesn't matter. How many times have you fished Tim Ford?
That was once, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
It doesn't matter. You caught your little regular 10-inch fish.
Well, you guys have an open invitation for Tim's Ford. Come stay at my lake house and use that as the base of operation.
Oh, okay. All right, we might have to do that. Okay, make a special.
There you go.
Do you know how to catch smallmouth?
I know that's the primary fish. I troll for stripers. I don't even bass fish. I'm not sure why I watch all these bass fishing lives, but it's a tough lake because I grew up on Kentucky Lake. I was from Paducah, Kentucky originally, and it was all about weed beds and stump rows and things that there's none of that on Tim's Ford. It's all about rock ledges and drop-offs. Out from my lake house, probably 50 yards, it's 120 foot deep. So, it's a deep, fairly clear lake. Depends on, how recent the rains have been there, but without much current at all. So, but, they run a lot of tournaments on the lake, and I would say, smallmouth are probably 2 to 1. But I've caught both trolling for stripers on my A rigs and U rigs.
Gotcha. Okay. And so what about you, Chicken Hawk? Do you know how to catch a smallmouth? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I forgot you have a problem catching a little bit of anything. So I know.
Hey man, if it swims, I've caught it.
Have you ever caught a smallmouth?
Yeah, I caught one on Gulf.
Listen, just to clarify, small mouth does not mean those little small fish that you catch with small mouths. That's not what we're talking about.
I've caught a.
So you caught a smallmouth. Uh-oh. See, this is what I'm talking about.
He's freezing up.
That's right. He's freezing up.
No, I caught a smallmouth on Gunnersville.
A smallmouth.
I caught one on Gunnersville, and so I caught one out on Pickwick.
Okay, so you caught 2 smallmouth.
I'm fishing for largemouth most of the time.
Wait, now is he saying a smallmouth is not a bass?
No, I said I'm fishing for largemouth most
Oh,
of the time.
All right. So were the smallmouth you caught, were they keepers?
One wasn't. I mean, one was like what, 17 inches, something like that. So it wasn't a keeper. So what make us laughing about?
All right. So hey,
But look, that's not the point. What you need to worry about is coming to the scales. That's really all you need to concern yourself about. And what you can put in your little bitty bag. Okay, and come to the scales with.
Listen, I might.
That's really the moral to the story.
I might show up at Logan Martin next weekend.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
If I'm on my way to Logan Martin, don't you talk about, hey, my tire went flat and I had to go back home, or oh, my stomach's bubbling. my stomach's not feeling right.
My stomach's not going. It's no need for my stomach, but I told you I'm gonna be there for 3 days.
Okay, all right.
Show up.
All right.
And when you show up, I'm gonna show out.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. So look, Slide Doggy.
If they show up, I show out. I'm gonna show out on the lake. That's what's gonna happen.
So look, you said you do a lot of trolling for stripers. So what's the biggest one that you've caught up there?
Well, Tim's Ford doesn't have a lot of big trophy kind of stripers. I think that the lake record is 42 pounds, but that was back in the 80s.
Oh,
and
okay.
they sort of disappeared and then they came back. My biggest one is 23 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
So you occasionally hear of somebody saying they caught a 30 pounder, but that's pretty rare.
Gotcha.
Catch a lot in the low teens, and it's a combination of stripers and hybrids.
Okay. Yeah. So I used to, before I started bass fishing, I was striper fishing, but I trolled for a while using lead core, but I didn't really think about that in trolling that big motor is running all day. So I remember I went and filled my gas tank up, and then at the end of the day, without catching anything, I went and looked at my gas tank and I was like, wait a minute, I just spent $100-something in gas and then catch. So after that, I was kind of like a 30 feet and drop type of person. Then after that, I was like, trolling isn't for me. But yeah, that was cool. But the biggest one that I caught was about 15 pounder. So they have some decent size ones out here. I think the lake record here, it's either 37 or 47 pounds, I believe. And
at Lanier.
Right, yeah. And then they said that person caught it on a lizard. They caught it on like a little green Zoom lizard or something like that.
Did you ever run across Bill Carson with Humminbird? He fishes Lake Lanier as well.
Yeah,
he trolls for stripers.
Right, yeah. He runs a Humminbird system. So he's come out to a few of our club meetings. So I met him a few times and then at some expos. So yeah.
Good guy.
Yep, definitely good guy. Yeah, and knows his stuff about those electronics too. Yep. All right, guys.
Well, you can let me go. I appreciate you putting me on. I just had to, since you put that link out there, I had to give it a shot.
Oh yeah, really, really appreciate you coming up. So I've been giving you shout outs and now I finally get to see you. So it's a good deal. Good deal. Really, really appreciate it.
Not much to see.
All right, guys. Special shout out to Slide Doggy TN stepping into the chat. All right, really, really appreciate it. All right, guys. Hey, I mean, man, what
big
more
dogs
can you
come
say?
Out tonight,
oh yeah,
big
I mean, and Randy.
That's why I showed up.
So yeah, so when I saw, let me go back and look. So Randy said, "Enjoy the channel, man." All right, really, really appreciate that. And then I said, "Is that really him?" Because I was like, that name and stuff like that. I don't know if somebody can just go and duplicate it like that and then have the picture. Then he said, "Yeah, it's me. It's me, MoneyBass. I'm here checking it out." And he said, "I did hear that. You made some good points." So yeah, so that's a good deal. I mean, just think of how, I guess, big YouTube is, but it's kind of small at the same time because Big Jim Fishing, his channel, he's moving up to around, I think around 4,000 or so. subscribers. Randy's sitting on 100,000 guys, and he's in here checking out us little small YouTubers out here trying to do a little something, trying to make a dent on this YouTube thing. But yeah, and so he said he did get the that plaque. So yeah, so he has 100,000 subscribers, guys. So that is a big feat on YouTube. I mean, you have to put in a lot of work. So for me, I have, I think 600 and something videos, guys. And as you see, I have around 5,900 subscribers, something like that. So you have to put in a lot of work. And for me, if you look back maybe a year and a half ago or so, I was watching how Randy was going on there, and he's dropping video after video. And I was like, man, I need to start doing that too. So if you go back and look at some of the formats of some of my videos that I was releasing back then, I was going on there and I was trying to, I was trying to keep up with him, but just could not do it. I mean, he's dropping great content, guys. So make sure you guys, not that he needs a shout out, but everybody here, I'm pretty sure you guys watch Randy Blockett's channel. But yeah, definitely give him a shout out. And when you do, put MoneyBass in the comments. Let him know that these few little comments or whatever, these few people were sent by MoneyBass. So yeah, just want to continue building this YouTube community, guys. Like I said, we're getting bigger and we're getting noticed, guys. So good deal, good deal. And I might have to see about seeing Chicken Hawk out on the lake, guys. But look, we've been running for.
Hopefully that beat down won't destroy your little channel.
Yeah, we're gonna make something happen. We'll make something happen. But guys, we've been, well, actually, hold on. Let me just make sure I didn't leave anybody out. Let's see. All right, so Mako was hopping and he said, money, let us viewers add to the pot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, we might, so that's what we'll do. Because I was trying to figure out a way to where we can get the subscribers and everybody active and have them participating in some type of way and be a part of the whooping that was going to be administered to Chicken Hawk. So I'm going to come up with something and then I'll get back to you guys. But yeah, we'll definitely put something up like that to where we can have you guys participating in it. All right. And then let me see. He says, hey man, can we put money in the pot for Logan Martin beatdown? May the best man win. Oh yeah. So we'll make that happen. That is definitely what we can do. All right. And then he says, no, Ryan, I made that comment. Okay. Yeah. So that he made the comment about fishing on a neutral lake. All right. Then he says, dude, is there any reason why you guys can't go to a neutral location to fish a lake that neither one of you have ever fished?
I don't know.
And he says Lake Murray. All right. So we have Tim.
Lake Murray.
I've been to Lake Murray before. I got to pre-fish it, but back, yeah, I didn't get to fish the tournament. But
why, you didn't make the cut?
No, I had some boat problems. That's back when I had the Stratus that Pat has now, and before I had the motor rebuilt. But you pick 2 lakes. So we got Tim Swarm on the table. I'll let you pick the lake. And don't try to pick something way off in Wisconsin or something like that. That you know we're not going to. You know how you try to make stuff difficult. Just try to. Okay, right offhand. So we got Tim Sport on the board. Name 2 more lakes real quick.
I got to think about it.
Just name 2 lakes. Why you got to think about it? Just because you want to name something that's in Wisconsin.
No, Delaware. I mean, well, you know what I would know. You know what I would name.
What lake? What lake would you name?
I would name Toledo Bend.
I don't even know where that's at.
I know you don't. It's in Louisiana, babe. What's that? About border Louisiana, Texas.
So that's, see what I'm talking about? You pick a lake that's 8 hours away. Wow. Okay. I'm
just saying, you asked me.
All right.
I told you.
Okay, right. I said name. Okay, so Toledo Bend. So we go ahead and name another. Just name one more. So you said Toledo Bend. Name one more.
Kentucky Lake.
In Kentucky Lake. I mean, like I told you. We'll
you gotta let me look. Let me look, and then we'll.
All right. So what we'll do, guys in the chat and everything, think of some lakes, and then we'll have them throw some things in the pot too.
Okay.
We'll do that. So we have Tim's Ford, this Toledo Bend, Kentucky Lake. We'll see. We'll see. But all right, guys, we've been rolling for about 10 hours. 10 hours. About 2 hours, heading on 2.5 hours.
He don't want Pickwick, Mako. He don't want that.
You can't do anything on Pickwick.
Okay, then meet me there.
I'll see how.
Hey, don't meet me there. Meet me there.
I fished it before. I fished it one time.
Okay.
And that's enough for you to take a spanking on that one pretty bad.
Look, I'm not scared of your little 10-inch fish. I'm not scared of your little 10-inch fish. Meet me there. If you can't meet me there, meet me there. It don't make no sense.
All right, we're gonna get something worked out because listen, it's been about 2 years that I've been trying to get him pinned down on the lake. Guys, hold on. Let me just check something. So we did actually meet on a lake one time. What lake was that, Chicken Hawk?
What lake you talking about?
What lake was it?
I have no recollection of what you talk.
Hold on, let me see.
I met you on what was it? Harding. Do you remember I beat you down there on Harding?
Okay, Harding. What else?
I met you on Sinclair and I beat you on Sinclair.
What's the closest lake? What's the closest lake to you?
Closest lake to me?
Mm-hmm.
The closest one.
You can tell the people. You don't have to stutter. Go ahead and let them know. Go ahead and spit it out. What's the closest lake to you?
Wheeler is the closest to me.
Okay, what's the second closest lake to you?
Gunnersville.
All right, guys. When we get off the live stream, just search MoneyBass Gunnersville for 5 months ago. That is when I finally was able to get him cornered on a lake that just happened to be at the time his lake. So you guys got to and drop some comments in there so I can reply back to him. And Chicken Hawk, he can reply back to some comments too. All right, let's see what Mako Mill says. Hawk, just tell him you'll keep his keys and you'll throw. Oh my goodness, not throwing them into the lake, not that.
Oh.
All right, Pat said Altoona. So I mean,
that's the Dead Sea, and I know you can't catch anything out there.
You wouldn't even want to meet me on Altoona. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. I see things have been rolling and rolling, but I have to give a special shout out. I mean, we had some special people step in tonight. So special shout out to Sly Doggy TN, stepping into the chat, strong supporter of the channel, and donated the target lock system to the MoneyBass channel. And I've been out there putting in some work with that system, guys, to bring the footage back to you, give you guys some special tips, tricks, and stuff like that, that if you're interested in picking that up, that it would definitely help you out. All right. And also want to give another shout out to the newest member of the money team, Don Hicks. What is going on? Really, really appreciate you stepping up and stepping in to the money team. And also another contribution to the channel. Shout out to Umberto. Hit the channel with the $1.99 super chat. No question, no comment. Just pure support of the channel. So really, really appreciate that. And appreciate you hopping right in and getting active in the comment section. And guys, special shout out to the big dog of the channel. Guess who it is?
You are the big fish.
We had Mark Scott stepping in, and he is the big fish of the live stream. Chicken Hawk doesn't know anything about that. Doesn't know anything about those big fish.
What that is.
Doesn't know about those big fish.
You
all
think
right, guys.
Nemo. You don't know what that is.
All right, guys. Really, really appreciate everybody stepping in, getting active in the comments, always making these live streams fun, exciting, sharing information so we can continue to help each other get better out on the lake. Special shout out to Randy Blockett. Can't forget that for stepping in and, hey, getting active in the comments. Very, very appreciated. And you guys are always welcome to the live stream. Again, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. But I do drop some type of content on a daily basis. So if you are not subscribed, guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. All right, guys. Really, really appreciate it. See you guys on the next live stream.